Okay, welcome, folks. This is House Corrections and Institutions Committee. It's Tuesday, May 26th. And we have before us S-193, draft 5.1, which is a result of the conversation we had this morning, a joint meeting with House Judiciary. And there were some changes that we talked about. And the bulk of the changes are on page 24 of draft 5.1 in the rulemaking section. On lines 10, it talks about, these are the interim rules, the emergency rules for the interim competency restoration program. And it was recommended that the rules would take effect July 1st of 2027. So that allows next session for the legislature to weigh in as we go forward with the interim. The next change was on line 17 and 18. Again, this is rulemaking where we talked about where a person is housed. They're in a facility. And it just talks about the rules need to define where the person is placed within a Department of Corrections facility. Wanted to clarify that. And then the next one is on page 25. And this is for who would be eligible for placement in the facility and to receive the services within a facility. And this is where it was made clearer that provided that the entity which provides the services shall not be under contract with DOC. And that was our way of saying we don't want WOPAC to be the provider of this.
Sorry, I'm somehow not seeing it. What lines is this on 25?
11 and 12,
Yep, thanks.
provided that the entity,
Yeah.
remember Eric changed the words around just a little bit?
Yep.
For
From
that.
that last, yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
So we've been through the other changes that were made. We do need to take a straw vote. We don't have possession of this bill. But I'm sure that the floor will want us to weigh in. What's going to happen, Martin will report the bill as the original bill as it came out of his committee with our original recommendations on section 5 and 7. And then then they have an amendment they'll go over that bill. And then Representative Burdick will offer this amendment on the floor. I think that's the way it's gonna go. I don't think it goes any other way. I think. So. Entertain any discussion before we take a vote, straw vote?
I'll just apologize to the committee. I think this will be the first vote I have against the committee in my 4 years here. And I tried really hard to get there, but I got to be honest with myself. If I thought I was voting on anything other than a permanent plan with the interim plan, I could accept it, but I just know the reality 3 years down the line here. Fiscal pressure is going to be worse, not better. We're going to have had trouble placing human service facilities. And because we'll have set up a program, this will just be pushed to the bottom of the list. So I can't go out the door just with that vote. So I'm sorry, folks. I appreciate everybody's work on this.
Well, I appreciate your work that you did to help us with the appropriations amendment.
No, sure,
The
yeah.
resources and staffing resources on the monitoring out in the community, because I think that one's gonna take a lot of work.
Yeah.
You'll see. Troy?
Yeah, similarly, and now that Connor said it, I realize that it's my first no vote coming out of committee as well, so that feels a little strange, but I'll be a no on this. It's very similar.
I've had a bunch of no votes, but this will not be one of them.
You're flipping.
Here, Joe. Yeah, I'm in.
So I'm just gonna have a show of hands for all so for those who are in support of the Tom Burdick et al. Amendment, please raise your hands. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Should be 8. Yeah.
It's 8-2-1.
8.
2, yeah, 8 to 1. Okay, and all those opposed? And I'm holding my nose.
So you're holding your nose?
My dad said that once when he voted for president. He really didn't like either one.
Which election?
Every 4-year event now.
That's
Matter of-
That's correct.
Yeah,
So.
stupid primary systems.
I
Does
did
not.
most of the time.
I remember him coming back and saying, "Yeah, I voted this way," which I don't normally vote, but I held my. Remember him saying that. Anyway, so it's a straw vote of 8-1 favor. After the amendment is offered, Martin will get up and then I will also get up to see what our straw vote was. Anything else before we go on the floor? I think that's our last action. I hope.
Will this be tonight
Well, that's the plan this afternoon at 3.
or this?
That's the plan. So I want to thank you all. This has been a long haul on this one, and I just want to get it done. And I think tomorrow, I haven't checked with the Senate, but I believe tomorrow, hopefully the capital bill will be here on the floor of the conference committee, but heaven knows, it's got to pass the Senate first and then be shipped over.
Did they do the steps to get it out of this?
I don't know.
I didn't check the Senate floor action, but it looked like it was greased to concur with 294 there today. So
And 294 is the commissary. And what about 550? Has that been up on the floor yet?
Yeah, it passed last week.
On the
That-
floor?
That passed out of Senate.
Yeah.
What was the vote on the floor? I know it passed out of committee, but what was the vote on the floor?
Like the votes for it. I think it was 28, yes.
22? Good.
Yeah.
I was kind of in another world. I do remember it did pass. I just didn't know